guess just what was kind of the feeling down in the bullpen, seeing the runs keep getting put up on the board and all the home runs flying out of the stadium today?
Kind of crazy. I didn't think it was going to be this high of a scoring game. So I knew they had some guns left. We had guns left. And I was like, oh, it's going to be a tight game all the way through. But I didn't think it'd be this much. But no, man, I knew our offense was going to keep fighting. They've been hot all year long. And I knew if we kept fighting, we were eventually going to get to their guys. And we sure did. We got to them at the right time.
Colby, just hopping in here, but last season didn't have it obviously as big of a role, but now you're the most outstanding player. Just talk about that growth, you know what I mean? The excitement, of course, winning a second straight conference championship.
Oh, it's awesome, It's freaking awesome. That's what I stayed here this summer. Last year, Coach Eyes told me, hey, it's going to be your ball next year. And I stayed here last summer to get stronger and get stronger, kind of tweak some things with my mechanics and on the fastball. And sure enough, man, it's awesome. That's what you work for right here. It's what you come to Southern Miss for, to win a championship.
Was this like, I don't know, 6 straight saves, I think, for you or something like that? What's just working for you right now?
It's just that fastball and slider, man. That's all I got, And, man, I just try to fill up that zone. If they hit it, they hit it. I'm not a guy who likes walks. If I kind of get behind, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to throw it in there. Coach Oz always talks about don't give the hitter that much credit, because they're going to get out too. So I just keep filling it up. I don't look at the metrics or anything. I just trust the coaches and trust what I have.
It's been talked about a lot about the production that was lost from this team. You were here last year, of course, but everybody keeps mentioning the culture. Can you kind of maybe go in more detail of what that is that maybe brought this group together so quickly?
All the new guys were here all summer, and a lot of us older guys kind of stayed around this summer. And we kind of got close-knit at the beginning. Like, I thought it was going to, we all kind of the older guys were like, oh my goodness, so many new guys, it's going to be hard to get that culture back, And then we were all real close and tight together start of the year, and then we started playing, and we kind of started seeing some things. And we finally got in those guys' minds like, hey man, this is Southern Miss, we don't lose here. We fight, we scrap, and we finally figured that out. Our offense did it, pitching, y'all seen it with pitching. We've had talent in the fall, we had it in the spring in scrimmages, and we finally figured it out. And it was the right time. We figured it out at the right time.
11 on the scoreboard, and you think, oh, the pitching. But just the last month, the bullpen has just, really been a big part of this, kind of winning streak for you guys.
Yeah, we've been.
What's changed, or what's causing it?
I think some of the newer guys have finally bought into what we were trying to do, and some of the older guys were trying to pound in their head. And they finally started listening, man, you see it. They've always had the talent. I've been saying it all year. They've got the talent. You just kind of got to get that mindset, But, man, it's been awesome. Our bullpen's really stepped up, and that's saving us a lot of games, And offense is putting up runs. We got a good bullpen. It's going to be hard to beat us, That's the ingredients of a good club is a good bullpen.
Does this result kind of surprise you for you guys to go unbeaten in the conference tournament? It seemed like when Will goes down and things weren't going you guys' way, it seemed like it was going to be a postseason run for you guys, but not what it's been in the past. Did something happen at that point?
I think some of the other guys that haven't really been pitching is like, okay, it's time for me to step up. I think that's probably a part of the transition of our bullpen coming on. It's because they kind of realized, oh crap, if we don't start throwing better, then we're just not going to be any good. But no, man, we expect to be here. We expect to win it. We expect to go win the regional, win super. That's what we play for. It's what we practice for. It's what we lift all these weights for. We expect it.
Where does this game rank, for you? Is it among games you played in?
I was talking to some of the guys after we dogpiled. I was like, that's up there with the greatest games I've ever been a part of. So, at least top 2, probably 1.
What do you think just sparked that 9th inning for you guys?
We walked into the dugout, and first thing we said, all of us, it was just very simultaneous. It was, we're going to refuse to lose. A couple of base hits, just things fell into place, and we ended up putting up 5. So.
Does a lot of that have to do with maybe the expectations that surround this program? And what I mean by that is everybody's kind of hinted this week that the culture is what has kept this thing going. Is it kind of infused with that maybe?
Most definitely. We fall down in that, the 7th inning? We fall down by 2. Didn't get anything in the 8th, and just that 9th inning, we're going to that 9th inning with full confidence that we could score 2 runs and tie this game up. We could score 3 runs at any moment. A bloop, and a blast. That's all we need. It's just baseball. The game's so difficult, but at the same time, if you put your mind to it, you're very capable of doing everything.
Could you say this game has been a lot like this season? Just a lot of roller coasters?
Oh, most definitely. We started out not fulfilling our expectations as well as the fans. I mean, it's a long season, and I mean, we're lucky to be playing our best ball right now. So going into the tournament, I mean, we're going to be ready. Thank you.
Well, first year here in your conference tournament championship, just what's this feeling like?
It's just like, I would have to say euphoria, I guess. Like, it just seems like we've been working hard all year. Like, we got hot at the right time. I mean, that was a crazy game. Like, they're a good team. It kept going back and forth. It felt like we were fighting from behind most of the game, and then we just came out in that 5th inning, and we had no quit in it. And we just kept going, and we ended up winning it.
You kind of struggled for most of this tournament, but delivered when it mattered the most. I mean, can you kind of talk about what you were dealing with this week?
Yes, sir. It was like Coastal, the first game, like both pitchers were just going crazy. Like Billy was going crazy. It was hard just to get people on base, get those runs in, and then 8th inning came around and we scored. It felt like the 8th inning was where we went crazy for most of the tournament, other than this last tournament in the 9th. And we just kind of like, we never gave up. We just kept going, and we got great pitchers, great hitters, guys that can just clear their mind and be big in the big moment.
Ozzy, what was kind of going through your mind when you walked up to the bat in the 9th to take the lead there?
Kind of just put the ball in play. Like, I had that opportunity before, and he busted me inside, popped it out. Luckily, Slade picked me up, and I wasn't going to make that mistake again. I was kind of just put the ball on a ground score run, tie it up, and it just got into the right place and got through the middle, and we scored 2. And then kind of from there, we just kept scoring. Russo with the huge hit, like, just kept going.
Does it maybe feel like this game is kind of like this season? You go down and a lot of troubles throughout the year, and just like this game, and then somehow you guys are hitting your peak at right when it counts the most.
Yes, sir. I can definitely, that's a good way to phrase it. Like, just hitting your peak when it matters, and that's really all that matters, to be honest.
Ozzy, what is it like getting this tournament, first tournament championship for your coach, Coach Ostrander?
Oh, it's amazing. Like, 40 wins for Coach Oz's first year. He's a great guy. He's a pitching guru. He knows how to run things, and I'm just excited for Southern Miss's future with him. Like, I think he's going to hold down the fort and bring great things to it.
How do you just feel like, I mean, you guys are playing right now, or just this last month, you've only lost one game, now you're going into the NCAA tournament. What's working for you guys right now, and how can you help with it maybe next week?
I would have to say when Coach Creel, like, sometimes when we're not hitting as good, like, he'll just get us all up in the dugout and he'll say, just really relax. Like, don't think of the moment too big. Like, just go for singles. Like, just get runners on base, pass it on to the next guy. Don't make the moment too big, and just keep going. Just settle down, basically.
Still got your shoes on there.
Oh, yeah. I ain't got much grip on them. They're kind of, yeah, there's no spikes left on them, but they work somehow. I slipped on that diving play. I tried to get up, and my feet slipped out from under me.
Are you going to change shoes before the tournament, or keep them going?
I might have to. I
Okay.
gotta sleep on it. These are lucky.
See ya.